Majority of Zambians in rural areas depend on agriculture for their livelihood and focus on the production of maize, the staple food. With fluctuating market prices and changing climatic conditions, most households have been left food insecure and succumbed to malnutrition. The high levels of malnutrition can also be attributed to the lack of knowledge about and access to nutritious food. Women in reproductive ages of between 15 and 49 years and children below the age of 2 years are more vulnerable to malnutrition. According to the Zambia Demographic Health Survey of 2018, about 35% of children under the age of 5 years are known to be stunted.
There are different types of malnutrition. We have the undernutrition, we have the overnutrition, we have micronutrient deficiencies. This time around, we are talking more of undernutrition, about stunting. We have wasting. So stunting currently, we are at 35%, meaning that if we have 10 children, out of those, if we say 35, then 4 of them are stunted. It is a form of chronic malnutrition that is hampering our country. Then the other forms, like if we talk of micronutrient deficiencies, there's anemia. And we know that a lot of our children in this country, above 70%, they are found, those who are below 2 years, to be anemic, which is not also a very good picture. So you can see just sampling from different forms of malnutrition. Really, it's a danger. It's something that is alarming, and we need to do something as a country.
Most of our diets are dense on the energy dense and lacking in the other micronutrients. We are all aware that we have almost up to a third of our women, adolescent girls are anemic. Actually, even our children under 5, almost a third of them also are anemic.
The German Agency for International Cooperation, GIZ, is an international enterprise owned by the German federal government. GIZ is implementing the Food and Nutrition Security Enhanced Resilience FANSA project on behalf of the German Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development, BMZ.
My name is Annette Roth. I'm the regional coordinator for the FANSA project here in Eastern Province. So FANSA is a project which is supported by the German Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development. We are working closely together with the government here in Zambia to implement the MCDP 2 program, the 1,000 Most Critical Days program, and our aim is to improve the nutrition in the rural communities in Eastern Province and also in Luapula Province.
The target of the FANSA project is to reach out to 110,000 women between the ages of 15 to 49 years who are at a risk of food insecurity in Katete, Petauke and Sinda districts of Eastern Province by supporting them with various food and nutrition security initiatives.
Here in Eastern Province, it's 3 districts. Petauke, we started first in 2015, then we moved to Katete in 2018, and in Sinda we started to implement in 2021. First of all, it's very important that the women who are our target group, they know about good nutrition for themselves and good nutrition for their children. So they learn about good feeding practices, they learn also about hygiene and good sanitation, because this is also very important, so that especially the children, they stay healthy, so that the body can also absorb all the nutrients. So for us, it's also very much important that we have a good availability of nutrient-dense, nutritious foods in the communities, in the households all year round. This is why we are also supporting the beneficiary households to grow nutritious foods, especially vegetables, cowpeas, and also orange flesh sweet potato because of the high vitamin A content. We have a fourth dimension, I would say. This is the economic dimension. We are supporting SILC groups, the savings and loans groups. So they are especially women, but also men coming from the communities together. They are saving together, they're meeting weekly. They are supported by our so-called private service providers to do the savings. And we see, very good benefits from these savings groups. Another activity is the Farmer Business School. They are the SILC members, the so-called SILC members. They learn about farming as a business. And we did a market analysis on this base. We are supporting 3 value chains. These are tomato, soya beans, and also village chicken. There's a 5th dimension where we support the nutrition governance, so that all the sectors, the relevant sectors, are coming together, and stakeholders on ward level, on district level, and on provincial level. To coordinate and implement nutrition activities together.
One of the fields of activity of FANSA is to contribute to year-round access to nutritious foods. This is aimed at increasing the household's resilience to periods of hunger by supporting improved strategies for managing household and productive resources. Under this activity, the FANSA project is implementing the Saving and Internal Lending Committees, SILC, and the Farmer Business School, FBS approaches.
Zikomo kamba kapemphero apa nipemphe makioda yalipo yonse atatu.
SILC are a type of community-based savings groups promoted by FANSA in collaboration with implementing partners such as the Catholic Relief Services, CRS. Members in SILC meet on a weekly basis for an agreed group cycle of between 6 to 12 months. During these weekly meetings, members save money and then borrow each other at an agreed interest rate. This is to strengthen the livelihoods of households by having access to financial resources which they use to meet their productive and household needs that also include nutrition.
Magrupu ya SILC haya yama savinga ndalama ni tumabungo tumetuma savinga ndalama pamozi. Potera pake pakapita miezi 7 amagabana.
Zendama zomwe nikongola nikaponya ku SILC kaiti makongolesana tikaponya tikongolesana. So zendama zomwe tikongolesana tichitira ma business. Pali apa business ni nayo nigulisa. Pakhomopanga vambiri nalibe. Koma pali pano nakwanisa manga nyumba pakhomopanga yochokera mSILC. Pali pano ngumimba mwanga vibiya nina fofo kwanira kuchokera mSILC. Komanso enzambiri zomwe mwina ninachitamo mSILC. Pali apa ngumbe nagulako kuchokera mSILC. So nzonaona noti koma mSILC muli phindu kupambana okhala khali. Ndalama zimwe ziniponya ku SILC nimapereka kufataleza ombola fataleza ngakhala ogula fataleza kashi nimakwaniriso gula. So kunkhani ya njala simpenda. Njala lomba inatha ngambetero pakati mpakati. Nikhala kuti chakudya nili nacho. Inachodi.
Ine zina yanga ndine Mevistole. Ndi mtanjane grupu ndine wa SILC. Ku FANSA ndine NV chade. Sinenzo kwaniso ikandrama ine. Koma apa nimankhala na nthawi yo ikandrama chifukwa nimankhala na nthawi yo ndo savinga ku SILC kuja. So ninaona kuti SILC ni yabwino chamene nimafuna ogula pa nthawi imodzi nimagula. Koma ine pa banja yanga chamene chinasintha mSILC sinimankhalanga kona nkhava olonga ni nankhongole sinimankhanga kona nkhava kuti kapena ndalama nenza chita bwanji kapena niende mkalova nikatenge ndalama nimaziwa kuti nili mgulu ya SILC. Kaili pa nyumba tipanga budget na mdala.
Choyambirira tinaphunzira ulimi wa soya beans, ulimi wa tomato na ulimi wa nkhukwe.
Ine zina yanga ndine Felesi ya pili. Muno mSILC mwathu ndine vice chair lead. Ndalama za ma savings timagulamo zija zinthu zamene tilibe pakhomo. Tagulako nkhuku, tagulako ng'ombe, tagulako zina na zina zoti tithandizike pakhomo na bana. Ila bana 5. Mwamuna umozi, wakazi 4 bali ku school.
One of the intervention is where we are promoting economic activities. That is, from whatever agriculture activities that the beneficiaries are doing, they should add an economic value, that they should have a profit or earn an income that they can use to buy some other nutritious food at their home.
In Eastern Province, the FANSA project has formed 893 SILC groups with 23,120 members, and about 2.3 million kwacha has been shared out from these groups. The project is also implementing the Farmer Business School FBS approach. Farmer Business School is an approach developed by GIZ in 2010 to promote entrepreneurial skills of smallholder farmers. The standard FBS training notebook has 12 training modules comprising simple tools for better planning, economic analysis and decision-making, built on technical recommendations to produce different enterprises. The FANSA project in Zambia has adopted the FBS approach to promote farming as a business among beneficiaries to increase income at household level and improve nutrition status all year round. In Katete, Sinda and Petauke districts of Eastern Province, the Farmer Business School training focuses on promoting profitable production of improved village chicken, tomato and soybeans production. A lot of beneficiaries of the Farmers Business Schools, who include women, have received several trainings such as the keeping of improved chickens for increased nutrition, food and income security at household and community level.
Nkhani ya FBS timatandala nawo abantu pa mwezi timacheza nawo kamozi. Okhala kuti ma group ni ambiri timapanga mpata ukacheza nawo kankambirana za ulimi ni malonda pa mwezi kamozi. Mavuto omwe tinali nayo tikakolola chimanga mwachisanzo timangoona monga tivizakhalo chokera poyambira mpaka napotero iwala kuti kusogolo kuja tizavutika nkhani ya chani yakadiyedwe. Koma atabwera asogolero katiphunzitsa tinaphunzira kuti tiziona ni miyenzi yotani imene chimanga chikhala chotivuta, kodi kandolo timakhala na miyenzi yotani, kodi ngati mbinzi timakhala na miyenzi yotani. So pali pano kuno kwathu timakhala anthu ozindikira kwamba kuti mwezi wakuti chitivuta nchakuti ndipo timakhala tikonzekera. Tiphunzitsa nkhani ya FBS anatiphunzitsa pa ulimi wa nkhuku mmene tingasungire nkhuku. Anatiphunzitsako pa ulimi wa soybeans, komanso anatiphunzitsako pa ulimi wa tomato. Nkhani yakasungidwe ka nkhuku pokhala kuti tinalibe maphunziro anatiphunzitsa kuti nkhuku tukabwera tifunika uonesesa kuti mnyumba momwe tukhala ni mokonza bwino, mnyumba momwe tukhala muli mbaula. Komanso anatiphunzitsa pa matenda yosiyana kuti mkaona zitsanzo zotere mankhwala yake ni aya.
Naphunzira ku maphunziro ku FBS kuti izi nkhuku zili na business plus izi nkhuku pa nyumba sitisova kudya ayulingana kuti izi nkhuku zina vintu vitatu vamene vifunikira. Ise tili kuno kumunzi manyowa ya nkhuku yaya tisenzesa kudimba, ziwikira ma eggs tikudya pamodzi na vana ulingana na mwati FANSA imatiphunzisira. Ukamboti vana afunika kuti mwadyesa kuti ma eggs pamodzi na ine simuona ine noneka watanzi. Na vana vanga kuti ndikulongozeni mkozo vidabo timvana vama ya akamba ma eggs ya chani ya nkhuku na nyama tikudya futi ku nkhuku izi.
Tikwaniriso panga budget pakhomo ya kuthakwa chaka. Pomwe sinaandire maphunziro sinalukwaniritsa. Tinaolowesa ndalama zambiri pomwe zokolola zathu zili zazing'ono. Koma lomba siulowesa zambiri momoti tinaphunzira maphunziro panga budget. Izi zomwe tinaphunzira nkhuku ni nkhuku zoti zili ni phindu ifo tukula zikula mangu, komanso timadya, komanso izi nkhuku zimayikira maegi pafupi titenga maegi aja ena tigulitsa ena tikudya. Ndiye mwa izo nzambiri zomwe tithandizika kulingana ndi nkhuku izi pambana izi zathu zachimodzi.
Kusana khale programu itinali wokhalira koma patitayamba programu iyi umoyo ulusintha. Tirutukuka pang'ono nophunzira pakena kena aya maphunziro basalekera pamwe apa. Ngati kuliye naso maphunziro yonjezekera pali apa nupitiriza chabo tiphunzisa kuti wamatu azimva.
Julius Ntele of Songwe village of Chief Mbangombe in Katete district is also one of the beneficiaries of the Farmer Business School training. Julius has become a private service provider, PSP, and is increasing incomes and improving the nutrition status in his community through the production and sale of improved village chickens.
Mazina yanga ndine Ntele Anderson Julius, pamuzi pa Songwe, Chief Mbangombe. Ninankhala PSP mu 2019, project ya FANSA. Then mu 2022, pamenembana about kusa farming as a business. So mpamene tinaphunza ulimi wa tomato, soya beans mpaka tafika pa ulimi wa nkhuku. So nzo nkhuku zamene nazo kalanga ti ma demo plots. Choyamba banambo tipasa maphunziro mu ulimi wa nkhuku. Kamangidwe ka khola, standard ya khola wanatiphunzisa. Nyumba ya nkhuku napanga mu last year 2022 mu May pa Imanga. Then project wanikirapo Malata. Wanaletera nkhuku zi 200 feed, ma vaccines, ma feeders na ma drinkers. Bunch wanu zinabwera 204. 204 zinakula 203. 203 zonse zinagulisiwa uchosirapo zili 10. Zamene zinadyewa pano pakhomo. Zamene zinagulisiwa ninachosamo ndalama inangu kubweza kuti ini wadezi nangu. Izina ndalama zomwe nathanzika pano pakhomo kuti nkhainaka umoyo ulimi kumunda kudimba upeka wana ku skulu zonse zimwezo. Bunch ya number 1 ninazigulisa pakati pa 80 na 100. 80 kwacha na 100 kwacha ndiye mtengo ndali pa zoyamba zichi. Ndalama yose pamozi inakwana 16,400. Bunch number 2 zinabwera 205, zinakula 204. Zinadyewa boyabe pano pakumadya pabe zili 4. Zose 200 nagulisa zina 20,000. 20,000 ninabocho samoza amene naguliramo magaga twinangu plus kuzilipira na amene amantanza tuchito tuja. Ndalama imene akhana yabo khala monga ya business pano pa nyumba inali 16,400. Pa 16,400 nacho sapo 11,500 amene inakwanisa wodela izi. Ezi nkhuku zinabwera zili 206. Pa 206 zakula 205. 205 chamene nacho niuyembekezera at least 10 wangadyeko pano pakhomo. The rest zose funa nzigulise. Nikazigulisa nifuna nchite extend business for number amene order 200. Ini chepera depending na demand umuni wona ile ukhalira kuno. So ndafati ni hapa nchite improve at least nikwaniseko na kulisako kola nikwaniseko order kumpo 300 or 400.
The FANSA project has further trained members of SILC groups to save money specifically towards the purchase of improved chickens from the private service providers who have set up mother unit demonstrations in their respective locations.
Pakati pasu tinalwenda wera kuzotera tandalira a PSP basu tentonse timvire pamozi vatiletera.
So pali pano zila nkhuku zila kwaso zewera zina 2 weeks. Sasa nataka kuliku kuno nipitireko. So na fomu pano hii yo saving na nkhuku. Tamvua nae? So hii fomu hii muntu aliyense afune ko saving ako ali pano manga kuti tione kuti kanjati kathawishe. Koma so tione kuti panganda pa sports inthabatini. So izi nkhuku izi nzasaso zuikira maegesi. So mtengo wake nkhuku imozi tikogula pa 100 kwacha. So hii fomu hii ina mawiki ali 4 na kuti mwezi umozi mngapereke 20, 50, 80, 30 right?
Funika tisaving ko ndama yako na 80, 90, 100 dai kuti kwaisha kugula nkhuku. Nokulupira i program tuiziva. So nipempha secretary kuti aitanishe mazina tiyambe kusavinga ndalama za nkhuku.
Asini pili ndipo
asavinga zingati?
50 kwacha.
Okay.
Loishi Zulu.
Nilipo.
Izi ngati? Taiona?
Kulindira mesitina mpesa nkhuku. Zamene timasevinga futi zatina ponyako 2,800 yo sevinga chabe. Yaku nkhuku ni 1,600. Koma tikalu sevinga. Then ise tinalembesa nkhuku zili 8. Twerengera pa ndrama zomwe zatiza chitakali hapa ngati mwini wake nenzofuna kugula zikali zing'ono nimafosinga kuti nigula nifuna nikakuzike neka. Vamatuza mtengo wake munangu ni 80 kwacha ningagule pa 80 kwacha. So ngati aziyembekeza kuti zakula niuza kuti ni 100 kwacha nkhuku nigula pa 100 kwacha 100 kwacha nkhuku. So azatiuza ulingana na ndrama jati ili kuja tizakambisana pakanojuira na ndrama ija nokwanisa kugula nkhuku izi. Tikazivetako nase umphawi wonse wa nyama pakhomo uchepekere ma eggs tenzo chitoiwa egg mwinangu tikadiyako mwinangu nangu vana olirira tenzo gula ko mwinangu ni panthawe koma pali pano izi nkhuku nikalerako nizigulisa nkhuku zamne izi kapena ni ma eggs ugulisa zizinthandizira vana kapena kuthandizira banja yanga pa nyumba kuti ndrama ikazinkhala koyosavuta yosayembekezera chabe muthumba imozi amene atipangira abambo. Kusogolo nifuna nizigula nkhuku ni 300 na ikamo. Nifuna kuti zinipasa profit yambiri mwamene namverera paja kuti pa first wevenza napasa nkhuku zili 200 anapeza mo 15 chakutuko. So nane pamene apa ndiye ni nacho cholinga kuti izi nkhuku nganasamalira bwino sina gwireko 16,000 manja nifuna nizigwira nani manja. Nizakwanisa ndani konya ndrama inangu kusiuku nikagula feed paka mankhwala yote menesa nkhuku yava tiziwauza vene vake vamene zatigulisa nkhuku. Koma masomphenya ni yakuti nifuna nikakhale na nkhuku zambiri.
Ine apa izi nkhuku sinaguleko koma apa lomba ninalembetsa nilufuni kugula. Nikagula zili 5. Ninaponya ku 3,200 koma keti kalu savinga sinaona kuti kodi nikatenga zingati. Chiyambi ndama zanga ngati natenga. Chiyambi nikambira ogula nkhuku.
Ine na saving ako 2,500. So apa nizagulako nkhuku zili 10. Nithandizika nkhuku ndiyo pakhomo sinivutika. Olo nikachita nkhulya anitengapo chabe imozi basi takonza ndiyo na vana nukudya. Vana nawo amakhala na chisangalalo lasevera kulanzawo kuti kwene uyu amadira vimazira deire kwene uyu kuli vinkhuku voneka bwino. Akathupi akaoneka bwino.
FANSA is collaborating with other partners such as Solidaridad and the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock in promoting the improved village approach for income and nutrition.
Kivuno is a social enterprise that was formed and created by Solidaridad. We work in collaboration with our partner organization, which is GIZ. We come up with a budget of how much it would cost for someone to raise maybe 300 chickens or 200, the vaccines that will be required and the antibiotics as well. So for example, if the budget comes out to be 10,000, we are then going to allow this farmer to pay an upfront of 50%, and the other 50% the organization is going to top up, and we are going to buy this batch from the suppliers. We have got a business model under this project, and the business model starts from the hatchery. So we had identified the hatchery which supplies us with this type of a breed of a chicken, which is called the Saso. So this is a dual-purpose chicken. It has got a very good laying ability, and it grows so fast, and it is resistant to diseases. So when these farmers are keeping these chickens, there is a very low mortality levels, hence the farmers are able to multiply their income at household level. When we procure the chicks and also the feed, we give them to the mother unit. We call them the mother unit because of their purpose in this project. Of course, it is to raise these Saso chickens from day 1 up to until between 6 and 8 weeks. So they set up 5 demos in Katete and 5 demos in Petauke for a start. So these are demos, they were trained by Solidaridad in terms of how they are supposed to manage their poultry, their chickens, marketing, and also how they can add value to their chickens.
Through its collaboration with GIZ, the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock is providing training to private service providers to manage their poultry mother units as well as build capacity in the beneficiaries of the livestock.
Before the beds are in, we advise them on how to disinfect the poultry pen, on what to do on the preparation of the new batch. When the beds are in, we inspect them, we check on them, we start even the vaccinations, commence us there. Then we'll continue monitoring until the time of selling them. And I've trained 4 groups, and those groups are 30 in number per group. So meaning 30 by 4, then I've trained them twice. They've been managing, they have been doing the vaccines on time. So you'd find maybe in the flock, if they've got 202, only 2 die. From the rest, then the rest survive. So the mortalities are low.
We've partnered with certain NGOs that are providing these improved chickens. We've given them to certain communities, and in terms of using the farmer-based school approach. And that approach is being used also to address issues of malnutrition, as well as increased rural household incomes. One of the bottlenecks to poverty is lack of or reduced rural household incomes.
We are collaborating with the Ministry of Livestock to help us reach out to the beneficiaries, but also some of the intermediaries that we are working with who are raising the improved village chicken and later on sell to the farmers. So the Ministry of Livestock is helping us train the intermediaries on how they can manage those demos, but also train the beneficiaries that they can also manage those village chicken at household level. So this collaboration is helping us a lot as the organization, because as the ministry, they have got all this information that they want to reach out to these beneficiaries. And as a project, we are supporting government to do those same activities. So when we are working with the ministry, we are supporting government activities, but the ministry is also helping us reach our objective, which is helping the households and the intermediaries that I've talked about.
The Savings and Internal Lending Committees, SILC, and the Farmers Business Schools, FBS, approaches are bringing positive impact on communities. The impact is evident in the improved village chicken activities in Katete and Petauke, where communities are promoting farming as a business for income and nutrition.
Kumalomba apatina ambochita ma saving. Olo zinthu pamakomo nizosiyana. Tilusinthi katika landa chabe shout yakwana. Pamaoneka kuti pakoma pamakachite. Paoneka bwino. Nakwaniso gulamo geje yolimira kumunda. Nakwaniso gulamo njinga. Nakwaniso gulamo spray nisebenzesa ngakhale ku garden. Chikondidi chalimba chifuka cha siuku. We bana matenda kulibe.
Gabwe ambo weta nkuku moyo nalovuta. Ulima kuna kuvutikira. So pamene ambo weta nkuku izi. Olokudya bana nkosa vuto ngopisa be pathumbo gula tuzwa kudi tofunikira. Mwaudira nkuku izi bana. Tuone kati ntwa mphamvu. Tuyenda na mphamvu bwino. Matenda moga yakulu desanga malnutrition kapena ukunyira mwana kudya kulibe sini kumana nazo izo. Ngakula batanzi ukaona kamwana ka 4 months mukakana koma afunikana chaka. Mazira adiewa komaso kugulisiwanso. Ninagula ko dimba. Nagula ko na plot pali pano ilumangiwa. Ulima nukwanisa ulima kufika hapo chakudya chilimo mkola chokwanira. Zinaso ndalamazo. Muyimba nagula ko tumipando. Kabedi ndito kamata sikofika hapo bwino.
The beneficiaries are being encouraged to take farming as a business. So one way is through the income path. So when they get the chickens, they can sell the eggs, and they can also sell the chickens for meat. And then at household level, because the eggs are available, the households can consume more eggs and improve the quality of their diet. Animal source foods, in this case specifically, the eggs and the chickens, have what we call high quality protein. This is important in alleviating most of the conditions, malnutrition basically.
We see that SILC members are more food secure. This is proven, so the experience shows this. We see also when we look at our so-called knowledge and practice surveys that the beneficiaries who receive the Farmer Business School trainings, they are able to implement what they have learned, and they are more and more also making a joint decision with their spouse at household level. This is also very important for a good impact on nutrition, so that especially the women who are our target group, that they are able to implement what they have learned together with their spouse at the household level. So joint decision making is also improved at household level. We have seen that the women are eating more diverse in our project areas. We have seen that the children are getting a better nutrition, so we call it minimum adequate diet. So they eat more diverse and they eat more often the day. These are impacts we are seeing.
The collaboration of the FANSA project with other stakeholders has built capacity in the beneficiaries to sustain their activities and build resilience even beyond project support.
Izi nkhuku ni zabwino osunga. Nizopusangako kulosiyana zija zathu komanso zipasa ndalama sushota ndalama munthu mthumba. Pali pano mwina mwacheni nganene kuti olo nyanchito waboma kapena nikambe teacher afu koboka ni gwadi fene zanga zili pathumba everyday apa. Kudyanso pakhomo. Tingo nati umoyo sinza uleko osunga nkhuku lupeza mophindo andiniembeza tukusogolo uko. Nikasiza izizi konkhomolera neka nkhuku. Tinokugula incubator yanga. Nifuna nigule ika pa bunch amene isati nizikonkhomolera neka project yaenda.
We want to continue collaborating with the Ministry of Livestock. How can we continue helping farmers to have the mindset that even poultry production can be a business? You've seen these improved breeds. We're working with heartlands, so they have to source from there. So now, for example, the project is not there. How can the ministry continue with our beneficiaries working around this? And more importantly, we are looking at if we, the beneficiaries or these demos that we've identified, at some point they cannot manage to source from the hatcheries, can we have incubators or incubation within the community?
We would also want to see these beds being commercialized away from the SILC group that which they have. For the PSP, if maybe for example he has 500 or so, that won't be enough to accommodate him. So we would also want to expand the market, bring it more away from the local community, bring them even as far as the town market and all that. Kateto, we have what we are calling the livestock marketing center. Once production is increased, if farmers can be organized, say aggregated at a particular point, and then they bring to our center, and then that in itself, we should be able to address the issues of market for our smallholder farm.